Hey guys, John here from Bring the SEO. I've got a good one for you today. SEO contract template. This is a free download. I had someone ask me recently if I had an SEO services agreement, and I said, yes, I do. They said, is there any chance you could share it? I've made the decision. This is one of the contract templates, or one of the templates, there's about 50 odd contract templates and documents, spreadsheets, planners and checklists and everything else inside the SEO Accelerator program. This is one of them. But this is the SEO services agreement, or if you prefer, contract template. This is one that I've been using for some time. Obviously, given that this is a legally binding contract, I've got to be really careful with my words here. And just cover a few points before you finish watching this video and go about downloading this services agreement. As usual, got my list of trusty notes here. I'm going to go through 5 quick points real quick. Firstly, who this is for. This is not a digital marketing services agreement for people doing, videos or web design or graphic design. This is strictly for SEO consultants. So if you're working as a freelancer, independent contractor, consultant, or even if you're small or medium-sized digital marketing agency and you provide SEO services, this is what you need. I should make a quick side note here in that there is, in this contract template, it does accommodate for web design, because let's face it, the two are very closely aligned. Obviously, if you start getting into redesigning websites or fixing websites rather, as part of your SEO services, then this contract template will accommodate for that. Okay, that's the first thing. Now, the second thing that I want to touch on real quick is that this is not just some cheap swipe file that I downloaded off the internet somewhere in order to get people's name and email addresses. This is a professionally put together SEO services agreement. This cost, I won't say how much it cost, it wasn't cheap. It was something that I got assistance with, a legal firm put this together for me. This is the real deal. Okay, you'll know as soon as you download it, this is not some, like I said, this is not some cheap, crappy file that I just downloaded off the internet and I'm using as a way of getting people's contact information. Next point, 3, how to use it. You'll see, if you take a look, you'll see that in various sections of the contract template, it's highlighted in yellow. Done this for a reason, so you'll know exactly where to update it as you prepare it for your campaigns, right? It's really as simple as filling in the blanks with your agency information and client details. So that's how you go about using it. It's really paint by numbers. I should also point out that when you download this, you'll get the SEO services agreement as well as the engagement letter that goes with it. They're meant to be used in conjunction. All right. Now, point 4. So point 4, regardless of whether or not you use lock-in contracts, if you're providing SEO services, you should always be using a services agreement, okay? Just so you can cover yourself, you can protect everyone that's involved, because if things get messy and you're not using something like this, things can get pretty ugly. Okay, so even if you're not using lock-in contracts, start using a services agreement, right? Now, one thing that I did when I was using this is that I used DocuSign. DocuSign is a great way of getting e-signatures. It saves the whole back and forth PDFs, print it out, mail it back. Not that anyone's probably doing that anymore. I almost said fax then, and I'm giving away my age. But use a service like DocuSign. And one thing that I would strongly recommend when you have a client, fill this out and sign it, make sure that you have them initial each page and sign the last page. Okay, don't just say, hey, sign the last page and away we go, because you don't want them coming back and saying, oh, wait a minute, that page wasn't included, or we didn't see that page, right? Make sure that they initial each page and then sign the last page. Right, now having said all of that, the last point is this, and this is probably the most important. Given that this is a legally binding document, make sure that you have a lawyer or a solicitor look over it for you before you start using it. This is incredibly important, guys. Okay, you don't want to just start using this willy-nilly and then find out, whoops, we're in legal trouble now. And I certainly don't want anyone coming back to me saying, hey man, you gave us this contract template, and now we're facing a, $2 million court case. So, and I want to make this very, very clear. Again, make sure that you get professional legal advice before you start using this template. Okay, get yourself a lawyer or a solicitor to look over it. Obviously, based upon where you're living in the world, I'm currently in Australia, and this has been drawn up to suit Australian law. Given where you are, where you're based in the world, and the way in which you operate or structure and run your business is going to be probably different to, myself and potentially everyone else. So make sure you get legal advice and assistance before you start using it. Okay, how do you get your hands on it? There's a link below this video. Follow the link, scroll down, click on the link that points to the free download. It's a free download. All you got to do is enter in your name and email, and you'll be able to download this contract template, and away you go. It's that simple. All right, guys, hope you find this as valuable and as useful as I have. I should say I've been using this for many years. I've closed some pretty big projects with this contract template, and I'm sure that you'll be able to do likewise. All right, guys, that's it from me. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers. Bye. Hey, if you've enjoyed this video and you'd like to learn more, head over to bringtheseo.com. We provide business development training for SEO consultants wanting to improve their processes, increase profits, and scale to $100,000 a month or more without all the stress and overwhelm.